the shots.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Take control.
I say when we go to war.
And unleash the power of DVD.
I'm finna give you an LAPD, eh?
Before you access Infinifilm special features, watch the movie in its entirety. Begin by pressing Play Movie from the main menu to enjoy the film uninterrupted.
Want some of this? Egyptian style, girl. Come on!
With brilliant picture and crystal clear sound that only DVD can provide. Now, you're ready for the Infinifilm experience. Select Infinifilm from the main menu and press Enter. Then, from the Infinifilm menu, select Play Infinifilm. The movie will play with pop-up links to features that relate to what you're seeing on screen. When you choose to access these features, press Enter to dive in and explore what you're seeing on screen.
Dracula improvises fights, but it's always within the story.
Then, the bonus feature automatically returns you to the movie exactly where you left off.
Very shagadelic, baby, yeah!
You can also access Infinifilm options directly from the DVD menu. Just select Infinifilm and press Enter. Then select Infinifilm features and choose what you want to view. You can choose to go beyond the movie to get the real-life stories behind the story. Watch fascinating documentaries.
Whether it's to cocaine or it's to heroin or it's gambling, it's always a symptom of a problem elsewhere.
Expert interviews.
He literally became me. It's almost frightening.
Or select Infinifilm Fact Track to display subtitles offering revealing trivia, facts, and insider secrets during the movie.
Now that's vital information.
I know, it's amazing.
Or you can get an all-access pass to explore the making of the film. For example, see each deleted scene the director cut at the place it was cut.
It hit the cutting room floor because there really wasn't time to keep the pressure on the story.
Deconstruct special effects. And get inside the filmmakers' heads with revealing commentary.
Best to see them in black and white rather than in color because that somehow took you back in time.
Well, I'm glad we're specking the same lingity.
You can also scan through Infinifilm features by going to the Infinifilm menu using your DVD remote. So watch the movie first by pressing play from the main menu.
I want my kid's name on the donors list.
Then experience Infinifilm.
I want my kid's name on the donors list.
And explore. Escape. And interact.
You want it or not? We'll take it.
Infinifilm. Only from New Line Home Entertainment.
There's no props. There's no band.
I don't stop no Cheerio shit, cracker.
It's you and an audience and a microphone.
What y'all niggas? Y'all tricks niggas or some shit? Huh? Who loose up in this bitch? What my name is?
When I walk up on stage, I feel pure adrenaline.
Ladies is the most beautiful thing in the world. I got a retarded girl at the house.
I always just like to entertain. I like to be like the center of attention all the time.
I let a retarded ass ride my motorcycle all day. In the bin.
Everybody wants the big stage. Everybody wants the mic.
Comedians are compelled to do stand-up. They just love it. They need that audience reaction. They can't live without it.
Comedy's like a drug. When you have that audience and they're with you wherever you go, and you have them eating out of the palm of your hand, it's an awesome feeling.
That's the best feeling in the whole world.
And once you get hooked on that drug, doing stand-up and doing well, there's nothing like it.
Oh man, I've been doing stand-up for about 25 years. Over 25 years.
When Spoon started, we were enslaved.
When I go on stage doing my stand-up, if I don't come out there doing those lines, they'll holler at me. So I come out, and now first thing I do is all my lines from the movie. If I don't, It's like a singer singing his best song up front. But if you don't, they're gonna sing it for you.
Once you hit it big on a sitcom or a film, it gives you the flexibility to do stand-up. Even like a guy like Jay Leno, I mean, Jay still goes out and does stand-up.
But Jerry Seinfeld never stopped. Jay Leno never stopped. Chris Tucker still does stand-up. Mike Epps.
Mike, he's always here every other weekend.
These guys are out doing 6, 7, 8, 9 spots a night. They run around all over the city because they love what they do.
I was on Grace Under Fire for a year, and I never stopped. I was Grace Under Fire Monday to Friday, and I was on the road Friday night. And back in the studio Monday. When we shot the movie and I had off days, I had stand-up dates booked in.
And yet, there are others who have been successful comedians and they've gotten a career as a comedic actor and they stopped doing it completely.
I think that most guys have their goals set on, TV, film. Very seldom do I talk to a comic who says, I just want to be a comic and I want to go on the road. The bigger goal is to get that TV show or get to film.
Yeah, every comedian wants a television show. Every comedian wants to be in a movie. I see so many comedians emulating Chris. They do the walk and they do the man and all that shit.
The goal of most of these comedians, all of them want to make it a superstar, but overall they still love the art.
Okay, tell me it's another club in the country where a nigga in the front row is gonna defend Captain Crunch's crunch berries like T.D. Jakes do Jesus.
It's so important that you stay connected to the street. That is so important. That cannot be stressed because once you lose that connection, you can't get it back.
I will always stay true to stand-up. No matter what happens in my career, it'll be because stand-up comedy made it possible. If I do movies, it'll be because somebody saw me on stage and thought I was funny enough to put in the movie.
We're gonna form an army and fight the British for our independence against their tyranny and their oppression of us. Because no man should be treated the way we're being treated. Except for these niggers.
I try to endear myself to the audience. How do I do that? I talk to the audience just like I'm talking to my boys on the corner of Decatur Street.
The black comedians tend to do jokes about being black, whereas the white comedians tend to just do topical stuff.
I get the bulk of my material from the world.
So, what's going on in the world, huh? They caught the sniper.
I read the papers, I watch the news.
Nobody gotta say it. It's a black guy?
There's a different perspective being a black comic.
This nigga chilling on the couch like it was Christmas?
A lot of mainstream audiences haven't seen or lived or heard about the black experience.
Black people, we all said the same thing. That's a setup!
So when we talk about it, it's kind of something new to the ear of the mainstream.
That's how he lasted so long. Cops wasn't looking for no black guy. Just walking right past his ass. Get out of the way, nigga. We're looking for a sniper. Get out of the way.
Black audiences and black comics, it's nothing new to us. It's how we really lived.
Well, you got white comedians that come into the club. They all try to do black material. So I don't know the difference between a black comedian and a white comedian.
I think there's definitely a difference. The best difference is the audiences.
You gotta smoke weed, nigga. Who in the hell dressed you, Stevie Wonder?
There's nothing better than a black audience.
Look at big girl sweating. Come on now, girl. Look, you, nigga, you looking back. Goddamn you.
I've had black audiences that they don't even stay in their seat. They go, man, what the fuck? And they run across. Kill me, motherfucker! God damn! The whole body goes into it.
Now, come show everybody what we talking about. Just come on. Come on right there, man. They gonna point at your ass anyway. This nigga, you know.
Comedy is about knowing your audience. I mean, you got a suburban audience, you got inner city audience.
At the comedy store, you didn't have that many completely black audiences. Most audiences were mixed. I'm used to always mixed audiences, although I work at black clubs. But the laughter is laughter, But the best audience is a 50-50 mix.
You show up at a place I did in Decatur, Georgia, where nobody had on shoes. You show up at different places here, different places there, all white, all black, half and half, half Chinese, and it gives you a sense of what is universally funny.
But the comics today with this Def Jam have totally black audiences. That's why you can talk all this nasty, filthy stuff. Cause I hate that because black people are just like anybody else. If you start off with some profanity, that's what they get used to, and they just go with it because they pay the money to get in. But if you start off talking about something that's smart, you don't talk about this society,
I love the black people. I love to perform for y'all. I love to perform for people, man. I just like the crowd to laugh.
The nice thing about being a stand-up comic as compared to being an actor is that clubs like the Improv allow you to come in every night and work out.
You may have stage presence, but maybe your material's not that funny, but that's okay. We'll let you work on your material. In some cases, your material is very funny, but you don't have good stage presence, so we give you a chance to develop that. Eddie Murphy started here, Jerry Seinfeld, Ray Romano, Adam Sandler, Paul Reiser, Chris Rock. Chris did an interview with 60 Minutes, and Ed Bradley asked him why he came here to work out. And he said, well, when you're getting ready for a heavyweight fight, don't you go to a gym? He said, well, this is my gym.
Most comics, their big fear is failure, rejection.
This is a business of rejection. You're the hottest guy in New York, you go to LA, and you get out there and you look, you can get a spot anywhere.
The rejection comes when you audition for movies.
You think you're the perfect one for that part, and you don't get it.
If you came to see me bomb just because you want to go, oh, Chris, he's trying to follow his brother, you're not going to see that. I'm not going to let you see that. I work harder than anybody at this because of that, It's like the blessing and the curse being his brother,
When it's good, the comics come off stage with a sense of elation and they're like, yeah, I really nailed it tonight. 2 days later, they come off stage wondering what the heck happened.
It takes you a while to find your place in the game.
Anytime I have a bad day or anything, I just go looking for a stage. And when I find that stage, I get on it, and it just gets your problems out.
It's the comedy tragedy thing where you see the happy face and then you see the tragedy, and they do go hand in hand.
Most comedians are introverted when they're off stage. But when they get up there, they kind of let it all out.
You get a lot of benefits from stand-up comedy, man. It's a release, a lot of benefits that some people say they get from various areas, and you can get them all on stage. It's a relief. It's a vehicle to do other things. It's a vehicle to state your opinion if you think some of the events in the world deserve it.
My wife loves to gamble. She's a freak. She goes on those slots all day. It's all she does all day long. Gets that slot arm going. I made foreplay painful. I'm in bed going, what the hell are you doing up here? Wait for nipples to come out of my ass? The funniest things are just true. Thank God she's not in the crafts. Experiences in life, there's nothing like it. Because people are going, I do that, that's me.
When they can relate to it, it's all that more the fun of you know what I mean?
And it happens all the time, man. I'm conveying something personal about my life, about my mama having 1,000 pounds of salt and pepper shaking. Something that I thought was personal. And you got 2,000 people out there responding, saying mine too.
When you have somebody that's like living a moment on the stage, I mean, to me, there's nothing like it. The economy, my 401k is now a 201k.
You can make folk laugh at yourself, you can make folk laugh at themselves, or you can make people laugh at somebody else. In a good show, I think you do a combination of the three.
Humor has changed over the years. It started off with what I'll call, for just criticism purpose, dick jokes. And then with Billy Crystal and Jerry Seinfeld, and that it changed to a more intelligent kind of humor, where you had to really actually think.
Stand-up comedy has changed in the sense that most of these guys have college educations, and they're smarter and brighter in the material, and it shows in the material. And everybody wants to be a comic now. When the kids grow up, they want to be comedians. This was not the case, 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
Let me just say this, if there are any comics out there that are trying to get better at it, never ignore that it's a job. If you treat it like a hobby, that's what it's gonna be. But if it's your job, then part of your job requires you to read the newspaper, to watch the news, to listen to music. You have to be on things that happen. And that's the difference between a comic that doesn't talk about anything but sex and a comic that's trying to be great.
If your subject matter is all about the genitals of a woman, how you gonna have sex with her, that ain't gonna last. That's not comedy.
I mean, I think Ice Cube did a great thing. He's doing a lot of movies that breaks in a lot of comedians. I mean, we have more filmmakers or directors such as Ice Cube. I think a lot more of these guys will break into the business. I think Chris Tucker and Mike Epps ought to reach back and bring some more of these guys along with them, do some of their own movies.
You one of them niggas that play Jeopardy at your house. You answer after they answer. You be waiting as soon as they say Nile River. Nile River, damn show is. Damn show is. Nile River, like shit. Just business sake.
You looked at me and said, Ronaldo, for $100, I'll give you a trip around the world. I gave her $10 and said, let me off for the El Segundo. Love you.
I don't think anyone had any idea that Friday would be as successful as it is.
I was in Paris one time. Frenchman come up to me.
It's Friday. Monsieur, Friday.
Yeah, brother. How the hell you gonna get fired on your day off?
You hear all over the world. I go to London, I go to Bangkok, I go to Mexico. Everybody talks about that first one.
When I know this movie was a hit, I was in South Africa doing the movie. The guy looks at me and goes, "Big Rum." I was like, this motherfucking Bush motherfucker did not just call me Big Worm.
Hey, girl. They know the entire script. Okay. Line for line.
That's because they love this Friday series. I don't know what it is, but they love the characters. All day long, I put up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure. Action.
The first one was unbelievable. You know, you had the DJ Pooh.
Tuck mine in.
You had Bernie Mac.
Lord have mercy.
And Faison Love. I love his character, Big Worm.
You smoking my weed too?
To make the funniest movie, you go for the funniest people. You cast the movie with the funniest people.
You need to trade. Take a look at that paper over there on the counter there. Which that's smart. You know, what you do is when you get actors who are comics, then you got to double for the money.
It's a gamble because sometimes you cast comedians and they don't necessarily adjust well to making movies. But I think we made all the right choices.
The word today is job. J-O-B. Cube told me a long time ago, maybe a year before this. He said, I'm writing a movie and I want you to be my father. And I heard it so many times from people that want me to be their daddy. So I said, okay, man, good. You know, let me know. So call me. So he called me. Got bit in the ass today, son. By a stinking ass filthy dog.
Cube said, I got this movie that I'm doing. I want you to play my sister. That's how it went down, basically.
You need a wig.
You need a job.
Roll sound. Action cue.
My first day walking onto the set of Friday, it was terrifying. This was my first time out. I had a lot to prove.
I didn't feel that he was scared. He was very confident. But that's Gary's personality too. He's very confident. He seemed to be in control. I mean, there are those things. We were all pretty new. It wasn't like we had done 10 features at that point. We were like all learning from each other.
Everybody was nervous because this was a big deal. And this was Gary's first movie. Everybody knew it was Cube's money. And we stuck by the script. And then I remember Chris had wanted to change something. And Cube said, no, we stick it to the script.
Ice Cube, he was just quiet. Faison, do what you're supposed to do. Then Gary won't be mad. That was Ice Cube.
When you're shooting something in 20 days, you get 3 scenes. You better get it right.
That's what you call low budget. After we got about 3 or 4 scenes in the can, everybody kind of relaxed a little more.
When I started to deliver stuff and I started to see it kind of come together, and I realized, oh, this is actually working. I think this could actually work.
We was having jam sessions in between takes. Like one night, I remember we was bagging on each other, and it got so unbelievable. We was in the street just on the ground crying.
Gary Gray was raised on the street, so all his homeboys was there, and DJ Pooh homeboys was there. It was high school, hanging out.
You watch the movie, you sit back, you laugh. We filmed the movie, and we sat back and we laughed. Actually, almost to a fault.
We would crack up right after we do a scene.
The crew couldn't wait until I said cut because they would just bust out laughing. They say that if it's funny when you're shooting it, it won't be funny when you put it together. Someone told me that in the middle of shooting, and I was like, oh my God, I'm making a flop.
I can ad-lib very well. So they gave me the freedom from Jump Street. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. First they had dogs on them. Every time I come in the kitchen, you eating all the eggs, all the bacon. I said, oh, you gotta be funky. All the chitlins, all the hog mugs, or the cottage greens, or the pig feet. I want to eat some of them chitlins. I love pig feet. I had so much stuff that people repeat. Become folklore when I say they just all repeat my line, and they know every line. I don't understand that.
The surprise casting choice was DJ Pooh.
Well, my grandmama gave me that chain.
For him to play Red and to bring, things like running across the street with his hands all floppy, and him just sacrificing himself like that, getting knocked out. It was funny. He was a surprise to me.
Yes. I'm like the Suge Knight of Hollywood, man. I just go around just slapping people around.
Shut up! People, man, you tripping. What you say, little nigga? Man, that's a female.
When we went to the premiere, I knew it was a hit. It was just funny.
Oh, you want something too, old man? Huh? No.
And then when it ended with him kicking that boy's butt. So it ended right, and I knew there was room for a sequel.
Next Friday is Almost Debo's Revenge.
Action! This is the rematch. Punch it!
Debo! Yo! I think we're making a better movie. I don't put that pressure on myself because there's no use to put that kind of pressure on yourself. The first Friday is what it is, and next Friday is what it is. We're making a totally different movie.
That ain't my baby.
In the first one, it was just, Friday in the Hood. In the second one, it was Fish Out of Water in the Suburbs.
Hey. Damn, you know what? I'm beginning to like Rancho Cucamonga.
Well, I think the first Fridays was incredibly funny. Some people didn't think the second Friday was as funny. I like the second Friday as well as I like the first Friday.
I know everything, Playboy. Don't hate, congratulate.
Take me to Judge Judy, football.
I think the writing of the basic script has gotten better and better with each one.
Red, won't you meet my old lady, Sugar?
Ooh, you even cuter than your baby pictures.
Well, I don't think that they should try to create the magic that the first one had. I mean, it had what it had. It was in that time. We're in a whole another time.
Hey, marker.
I think this is one of the funniest ones we got. I saw some dailies, man. You know what? It's just a bunch of misfit characters.
I enjoyed the first Friday. I enjoyed the second Friday. Damn, the third one seems to be more kicking.
After next, it's like we're passing the baton to the next Friday, and the Friday after next. So it's a cool thing to be a part of.
The fact that you're part of a Friday, another Friday, and the Friday after that.
You're talking about a classic, man. You're talking about the whole Friday series. It's amazing just to have a chance, an opportunity to get in front of this audience, and I've been waiting for an opportunity like this for a long time.
Why did you not ever ask
Yeah,
us
what's
to
up,
come back?
Cube?
Do you mention your sister in Friday After Next?
And I was like, your girl. I thought we had something going on. Who the fuck is that bitch?
Should there be another Friday movie? Why not? It's good. Why not have more good stuff? I've seen a lot of new bad movies. Now, if they're gonna continue to make new movies that don't nobody like, why not keep making good movies that people like?
It's become an institution now, and you know, it's like, why not? I mean, whatever, you know. Police, Porky's. This is, you know, the Black Porky's, the Black Police.
Yeah, I think they should make 100 of them. So that means a lot of money in my pocket. I get me another one of these home. Get me another 3 of these. 3.
Forever. Because he has to get married eventually. He has to get married. He has to get rid of that cousin.
As long as the audience loves them, you know, as long as the audience keeps wanting more, and I can think of original stories for them, so each movie can stand on its own.
Good Friday or Bad Friday?
Friday the 13th. Friday after next. Switch it around, call it Saturday.
Or Sunday.
Sunday. Ooh.
I think people want to see the family. They want to see my daughter. We have a place in most people's hearts, in the young men of America. Young, not just America, but young men of the world.
We all need to get back together and do what's best for the franchise.
Cut. Let's move on. That was fantastic.
Doing the go to the bathroom for 35 or 45 minutes. See there? See, man, put them on t-shirts. See, I'm selling these t-shirts, by the way. I got it on my webpage, www.bangbangbangbang.com.
We here at Burton's. If you're pimpily challenged, I'm gonna show you some of the shit you need. Hello? Can you hear me now? Good. For the beginning pimps, this is Pimp 101. How to dress like a pimp. How to be a pimp in your own neighborhood. It's all about being ghetto fabulous.
Wardrobe is just as important as location. It's just as important as set design. It's just as important as the camera movements and all that, you know. Everybody has to be right.
Quickly now, got a business to run.
Cube kind of set the pace and the look of the show and what he really wanted, which was for it to look really down to earth and realistic.
We ain't gonna never get no pussy in these clothes, man.
You think of the neighborhood they live in and what kind of people they are and what kind of outfits they would probably wear, realistically. It was Cube. Mike was Mike. You know, you could tell the difference in them. Cube is very simple in dressing, and Mike will wear an outfit. Like, you would never see Cube in a leather outfit like Mike would wear, but you'd never really see Mike in a t-shirt and a pair of jeans like that, you know? S'more was S'more, sexy waitress. Don Curry was Don Curry, entertainer. John Witherspoon, conservative polo type. They all have their own characters, so I helped to bring out their characters on screen.
Yeah, boy!
I got the vision. I knew what character they were trying to paint. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to coordinate with Dana Campbell, the wardrobe lady. I wanted to coordinate with Ice Cube. I wanted to coordinate with Marcus Graboy, the director. I wanted to coordinate with those people and make this character that was in my head, because he had to be me or it wouldn't work.
Let me check my Palm Pilot. Look like I ain't doing shit.
That's what it's about. It's about being prepared. People think to be a pimp, you gotta be wearing lime green and purples and pinks and fuchsias and shit all the time. You don't have to do that. It just gotta look good. Everything's about appearance. Follow me. Let's go get some clothes.
Mighty Mike was a challenge because we just couldn't get it. It took many, many, many hours of shopping all over LA. The best malls, the worst malls, downtown, the pimp stores, internet.
If you have done any research on the pimp profession, a pimp does not want to see anybody dressed like him. That's why they dress the way they do. So it's very important that they not be dressed like anybody else. It's special. And so we wanted to make sure that we put together some outfits nobody had.
Okay, something like this, it's all about how it feels. If it don't feel pimping, it don't look pimping. You heard me? Pimping! You want something soft as a player. You might have to, do a drive-by, beat somebody up, but you got to feel good when you're walking. Pimping.
We had a fashion show. All the producers were there. We did the fashion show, took pictures of all the outfits, and sent a folder over to Cube. And Cube made the final decision.
We get everybody dressed up and see what they look like. We want everybody to pop. Movies are full of color, and we want that. We want to keep that.
Damn!
Katie was another series of fashion shows. Marcus comes from a really stylized background. So he's really into beautiful clothes and style clothes.
In the daytime, we weren't trying to go too far over the top, jeans and the top, just something that she looks good, not too crazy. And then at the party, she came looking beautiful. They coordinated well together, that was part of the trip.
Children, if you're watching this, this is not for home pimping. Okay, this is dangerous when you get to this level. Right here. You feel this? Do you feel this? Huh? You feel this? Do you feel this from top to bottom? That's what you want to step out in. This makes women want to touch you. When they hug you like this. Oh, you're so cute. And they hug. See, they want to feel it. They want to feel the fur on you. And you got to get off me. Get off me. Get off me.
Merry Christmas, Nugget from Pinky Nugget.
Pinky went through many, many stages.
Pinky to me is not outdated. I know guys, and I've seen at the fight, wear this all the time. I'm gonna drop this off with my jacket, and I got a little fur stove to go with this. Of course, I got a towel to catch the juice that's dripping off my hair.
It's a Stacey Adams suit with pink accessories.
I got myself a clutch bag.
Usually pimps, the girls match the pimp. Use the pink accessory.
Lollipop is all mine.
All right, that's cool.
People keep getting Pinky all mixed up. Pinky is not a pimp. Pinky owns a record shop, and he's an entrepreneur. But he's also...
Look at this. This look like German Shepherd. It's so pretty. Look at that. You look like a Labrador Retriever going through your neighborhood. Ain't nothing like a mink. Ain't nothing like chinchillas. Nothing like fur. I'm just telling you to make you want to touch yourself, and that's important to a pimp. If you got a tie on with the yellow in it, then you want to have something in your shoe that bring out the color. It's important that you have some skin. Now let's go to some things that I would suggest that you not wear. If I catch you in the neighborhood wearing this, partner, it's on. And this is how you know. See, it say SS. That's not for small. That's sissy small. So you don't even know if I'm playing. The next thing you know, just bam, I'm on you. Pimpin'. Spoon makes the best barbecue sauce I ever had.
Bruh's barbecue is so good. Make you want to go home and slap your mom.
A lot of people think barbecue is just a pork chop or a rib with Kraft barbecue sauce poured on top of it, but that's not real barbecue. I think what separates Eastern style North Carolina barbecue and other regions of the country, the vinegar sauce definitely separates the different regions. Everywhere else, it's a thick tomato sauce. It's either just put on top of the meat or just basted with it. And it has an entirely different flavor and a different taste than vinegar-based barbecue. This is a barbecue room. These are the barbecue pits, the electric pits with a wood smoker. And it's slow cooked for about 8 to 8.5 hours, and then smoked for about 2 hours. You still get the smoked effect by burning the wood in the electric firebox. The barbecue, once it's cooked, is taken off these pits and is taken into a boning room. Once this meat is deboned, we take and cut the meat up in this machine for the chop barbecue. Here we do a sliced barbecue and a chop barbecue, and also a hand pull. There are just 3 different textures of the barbecue. We do make 3 different types of sauces. All 3 of them are excellent sauces, but they're all made vinegar based.
1953 is when my dad cooked his first pig and sold it from a pit in the backyard. And the neighbors would come by and sit around the pit. It was a social thing, more so than a business deal. It was social. People would come up and talk around the pit, and he would sell the barbecue to them. The real success of a good barbecue is to let it cook slowly. It can't be rushed, and then add our famous Deluxe barbecue sauce. It's probably more of a South Carolina style because it's vinegar and mustard based. It's not really just North Carolina, and it is the sauce that makes the barbecue.
I'm a big fan of barbecue. I've been to barbecue shops in Texas, I've been to barbecue shops in Florida.
Texas barbecue is simple barbecue, the old style. Just put the meat on and let the wood and the smoke just intermingle, and you got some good barbecue. Texas got an influx from all over the country, north, south, east, west, but what we do is just keep a basic sauce, and then we have an additive that makes it a little spicy.
I think what really makes Texas barbecue the best is the wood. Smoke makes the difference. We basically use pecan. Everyone doesn't have good wood to prepare a barbecue. Smoke is the secret. Sauce is not.
I mean, I know like if you go to Kansas City, you get one of them barbecue sandwiches, they put coleslaw on it. And I kind of like that.
I like brisket, man, beef brisket.
This is the drippings from a brisket. We cook tons and tons of brisket, and we use the drippings from the brisket to incorporate into the barbecue sauce.
I think the basic thing with any good barbecue is the seasoning, the rub, and then letting the rub set into the meat long enough where it gets the flavor in the meat. Your temperatures on your barbecue have to be just right. If you cook it too fast, any good barbecue eater can tell whether you cook the meat too fast or not. And if you cook it too slow, you're gonna sweat, what they call sweat the meat. So it's a happy medium between both. Texas barbecue, we use more of a dry type of rub, and then we let it sit a while and let it maintain into the meat. Here in Texas, though, we believe in smoking with a lot of hickory. Other places, you hear people talking about different types of fruit woods that they smoke with.
Texas barbecue, this is barbecue from the South. This is the #1 barbecue in the South. This is the best barbecue all over the world. Have you ever seen anything like this? You can't get this in Texas. Abdullah the Butcher's restaurant is #1. The food is so great. When you start to eat them, you start to blow up. Come on down and see me, where you can lick your fingers. Come on down and see Abdullah the Butcher's House of Ribs. Abdullah the Butcher's ribs are the best. They're better than any woman, but they're not better than my mother, because my mother was the one who taught me how to cook. These are our barrels, and what we have to do first, we have to put oak wood and red cherry wood in here with a little bit of charcoal. Then we take onions and we put the onions into the fire. So the flavor, when it comes up, it will automatically give a taste like this. People all over the world have been trying to find out about Abdullah the Butcher sauce. Abdullah the Butcher sauce is #1. My ribs are #1. Abdullah's #1. When I go to sleep, I sleep like I'm eating ribs.
I like all like the barbecue chicken and the hot links, and you know, I'm into that kind of deal. You know, I ain't really no big rib man.
Well, my favorite kind is barbecue pork, but you know, for health purposes, I try to stick with barbecue beef as much as possible. I like ribs, man. I like ribs, barbecue ribs, and liquor.
See, Fat Mac, we don't boil out. We call what we steam them. We steam ours in our oven. That's what gives it more tenderness. Some places, they smoke them. We don't smoke ours because see, smoking, a lot of times, they still don't get tender. So the best way is steaming. So we steam ours, and I guess that's why we number one. We got this stuff we call liquid smoke. Okay, we use a cup of smoke. We place them in here, cook them for 2 hours. From here to the grill. We use hickory wood just to keep it, give it more taste to it, more flavor as we soften it down. We got our special sauce that we use, and we want our sauce to keep the hickory in there, so that's why we use our hickory wood to keep it going. We got the best tender barbecue, we got the best sauce. If you ever in Atlanta, just come down here to Fat Mac, you'll see.
I'm a huge fan of barbecue, so we had actually Phillips was where our barbecue came from on set, so you know, find me over there eating a rib all the time. I'm not kosher.
We're not pretty, but we're good. If you come to Daddy's, you'll totally understand what I mean. I had it developed on the concept of a Chicago-style barbecue joint, which are based on the Mississippi juke joint. Everything is cooked over the wood, over the pit. Everything goes in, the ribs, the turkey, the beef, the pork, the chicken goes in raw, and it's strictly cooked over the pit. So you don't have a baked flavor, you taste the smoke flavor. With 80% hickory, 20% oak. The hickory gives it the heat, the oak gives it the smoke flavor. I use a tomato-based sauce, got a little shot of vinegar in it. I have excellent meat, and I want the sauce to complement it, and I don't want it to overpower my meat. Yeah, the blues artists are just, I had them put out on the deck. For instance, like Stevie Ray Vaughan, who's a Texas-style bluesman. There's Eric Clapton, who's more rock-type blues. Then there's Robert Johnson, more of a Mississippi-type blues. Just like music, the different flavor of the blues, the different kinds of barbecue.
Well, when I used to be in school, I used to beat up the kids. I used to beat up my school teacher, and they put me out. So then the people started calling me Abdul the Butcher. I've been in the business 42 years. And I still promote. I promote all over Puerto Rico, Trinidad, Barbados, Second Domingo, St. Thomas, St. Croix, Tokyo, and Korea.